Today we will see the action potential. So before entering into that, we should know about the polarized state of neuron, that is the resting potential. So our neuron, this is the neurolemma, the axon membrane. So in this axon membrane, this is the outside, up to this is the outside, and this is in the axoplasm, that is the cytoplasm of axon. So here we have more number of potassium ions, and here we have more negative proteins, we can say, for example ions like chloride. So outside the axoplasm, the extracellular fluid, we have sodium plus ions over here. So this is the resting potential, the polarized state of our neuron in natural. Okay, so in this membrane we have some channels like this. Okay, so the ions should flow from outside and inside, no? So through these channels only they will flow. So there are three types of channels. What are they? They are sodium potassium pump, and so potassium pump and sodium pump. Okay, these are the three pumps. For here, sodium potassium pump allows both sodium and potassium in and out. Potassium pump allows only potassium to in and out, and sodium only sodium in and out. Okay, in these three all function the same way? No. This is the exceptional case. They need ATP. Okay, but these two functions with the concentration. Okay, they are from low concentration to high concentration gated channels, but sodium potassium pump needed ATP for their function. Okay, now we will see about leak channels. Leak channel means they will be open always. No impulse should be generated. They will be open always. The input and output will be taking place all the 24 hours with this leak channels. Gated channels, voltage gated channels. In physics we will read, no, volts equals to work done per charge. That's what. So the voltage difference between inside and outside is this graph, the action potential graph of our neuron. So this voltage is created by the voltage gated channels. They are open due to stimulus. Okay, but leak channels always open. So this is our ion gradient, inner negative, outer positive. And here one more thing, sodium potassium pump requires 3 sodium to go in for 2 potassium to come out. 2 potassium for out, 3 sodium should go in. This is the requirement. These two things are the requirement of our sodium potassium pump. Okay, we will now move into the resting potential. So this is the resting state, and in this resting state the membrane is permeable to potassium ions, nearly, not totally, nearly impermeable to, that is less permeable to sodium ions, and impermeable to the negative ions. Okay, so this is our consumes 1 ATP for 3 sodium in and 3 sodium out and 2 sodium in. Okay, sorry, this is out and this is in. 3 sodium should go out for 2 potassium to come in. Okay, for this we need 1 ATP in our neural membrane. Okay, now we will enter into the action potential. Here we will start with the resting potential, that is minus 70 volts. Keep this in mind. The resting potential volts is minus 70 volts is the resting potential voltage. So we will draw this graph with respect to the axoplasm, not the extracellular fluid. So how this changes in the axoplasm, we will draw this graph. So at starting, when no impulse is created, so now my hand is in resting state. If I going to pinch here only, the impulse will be created. So in this state, I have the neurons over here as negative inside and positive outside. Okay, so at this stage, now here my neurons have minus 70 volts. If I pinch now, okay, now the impulse is generated. No, I know that my hand is pinched. How? The inner axoplasm voltage changes from 70 to positive. That is, when the graph raises in this way, the sodium comes in, is indicated by this upper polarization. How? Means, if you see here, this is the end of the axon. Okay, this is presynaptic axon end, and this is postsynaptic. Presynaptic, the impulse is generated at this neuron and is transferred to the postsynaptic neuron. Okay, here my impulse reaches. Okay, so the end, the like that, okay, the membrane contains the gates, no, the end of the gate now gets the impulse and stimulated and opens. So the sodium comes in, sodium flows in further till our inner axoplasm reaches minus 55 volts. Here minus 70 is more negative than minus 55. So this is positive, more positive than minus 70. No, so it goes up. So the sodium comes in. Once the sodium, enough sodium comes in at the terminals, the now the axon, main part of the axon have the gates, no, sodium gates. This is the sodium gates will flip the this is the gate, means opens, so the sodium flows in. So when this happens, when our polarization of inner axoplasm reaches minus 45, this is what threshold voltage. This is minus 55 is threshold voltage, means when the terminal gets enough sodium, the membrane, the axon membrane gates opens, so that the sodium flows in to the axoplasm. Okay, this is what indicated by the raising, and the action potential peaks over here. No further income of sodium, or enough sodium came in. That is, to say in understandable way, all the sodium came in. When it reaches, the axoplasm reaches plus 30. Okay, that is plus 30 voltage. This is action potential peaks, and so no sodium is there to come in. Now the potassium goes out, the potassium channel opens, so this is sodium in. So this is sodium in the depolarized state. How we say depolarized state? If you take see here the membrane, axon membrane, and we have negative, negative, negative. If impulse generated, this positive comes here and goes here, comes here, goes here, like this it happens. So sodium comes in is indicated by this raising, and this is called depolarization. The inner becomes positive and outer becomes negative. So they are oppositely polarized, so depolarization. Now there is no sodium, right? So potassium goes out, that is repolarization. This is potassium out. Okay, that is repolarization. Okay, the whole potassium ions inside the axoplasm is drained out when it reaches minus 90. This is hyperpolarization. Hyperpolarization. What this indicates means there is no potassium to go out. Whole potassium is drained out. That is, more than this impulse cannot be conducted through this neuron, is what hyperpolarization. and again it starts raising. That means the normal condition begins at this stage and attains its normal state. That what my pain normals. My pain goes and normals is my pain when reaches and when it is peak all this graph, and when my pain reaches normal is what this end. Okay, this is what our action potential. Do all the impulses conduct, all the neurons conduct the same way like this? Negative, positive, goes in, goes out? No, there is a difference. No, myelinated and non-myelinated sheet. So in myelinated sheet we have the myelin sheets. No, so the ions jump in this way like this in the nodes of Ranvier. This step is what? Saltatory conduction. Only this place is exposed to the extracellular fluid, correct? They are not exposed to the extracellular fluid. So the ion jumps from one place to another. So they are very fast impulse. Okay, they are very fastly conducted than the non-myelinated. Okay, this is what? Saltatory conduction, the jumping of ions from one node of Ranvier to the other node. This is faster than the normal non-myelinated sheet. Okay, so this is the simple steps in mechanism of transmission. So wave of depolarization reaches the presynaptic node, that is the axon, cell body, and sorry, this is dendrite, cell body, axon, and the presynaptic node. When the wave of depolarization, this wave reaches here, the synaptic node opens, that is stimulated, and the calcium receptors activated. So synaptic vessels bind with the membrane. Here the membrane comes to the end, and the neurotransmitters release out. Now for example, if you say acetylcholine, only acetylcholine is not the neurotransmitter. We have more neurotransmitters. One example is acetylcholine. When the presynaptic, which conducts the starting impulse, this is presynaptic node. Okay, when the impulse reaches the depolarization, wave reaches the end of the node, the neurotransmitters flows out, and here we have the next one. Okay, the postsynaptic node, that is the next axon. So next is neurotransmitters released here, and stimulated postsynaptic neuron open sodium channels. Here they open, so they are activated. They are activated when this neurotransmitters bind with the postsynaptic membrane and the sodium flows in. So this attains like this. The wave completes. This is what the simple flow chart of mechanism of transmission. Excitatory neurotransmitters and inhibitory neurotransmitters means the neurotransmitter which excites the neuron, which conducts the impulse, is what excitatory neurotransmitters. Which stops the impulse is inhibitory neurotransmitters. For example, we can say acetylcholine, and catecholamines, and inhibitory neurotransmitters we can say dopamine and serotonin, glycine. Okay, these are the certain examples. Okay, that's it, our action potential. If you have any doubt, please comment in our comment section. For more videos, subscribe our channel.